Oh, hello, buddy. This is Sergey Epic here, and welcome to another recap and review video. And also, before we get into this recap and review video, wow, it's telling me I can only record for 32 minutes and 32 more seconds more, so I probably won't be able to record the two other videos I need to record today until I upload my video for today, so I can fit these last two I'm gonna make, because right now I am pre-recording. It is Sunday when I'm recording this, and I'm pre-recording this video. This specific video is gonna be uploaded tomorrow as day 2 of the 12 days of comics. Today is day 1, and if you don't know what the 12 days of comics are, it's just 12 days of comics. It's like 12 days of Christmas, and it's just gonna be, every video is gonna be comic related for the next 12 days, basically for like the rest of this month, because I also have videos after Christmas that are gonna be comic related and stuff, and just whatever. But like, I just can't like record. I probably won't be uploading Christmas or Christmas Eve, just because I actually have to go somewhere Christmas Eve. But then I come back. Well, I'm just gonna say I hang out with the other side of my family Christmas Day, and I come back Boxing Day, and then my comic shop is having a sale 2 days after Christmas, day after Boxing Day, so I'm gonna go back to my comic shop that day. But anyway, I'm pre-recording Monday's video today, tomorrow's video is gonna be a recap and review on the Ultimates issue number 1, and then so I'm pre-recording that, and then at some point today, whether it's right after this or I might let my phone charge, plus if the video isn't uploaded after this, my video for today, which is a recap and review on Punisher issue number 1, then I'll just wait for that also. But then I'm going to pre-record Tuesday's video, which is going to be a recap and review on the Uncanny Avengers issue number 1. I'm bringing back recap and review videos, so I decided why not bring them back during the 12 days of comics. So yeah, really exciting. I actually had to reread all 3 of these issues today. Punisher number 1 over there, Ultimates number 1, and Uncanny Avengers number 1, because I wanted to know what I was talking about, because it's been a while since I've read these two. It's only been like 2 or 3 weeks since I read Punisher number 1, but it's been a long time since I read Ultimates and Uncanny Avengers number 1, so I wanted to read them over again so I knew what I was talking about. So I did, and yeah, we're just gonna get right into it now. Also, before I do get into this, this is a wraparound cover, so we have a nice cover kind of showing off a lot of the characters there, and then we have some of the other characters shown over here. Captain America shown on both sides, same with Iron Man, I think. Yeah, Iron Man's on here. And also, before I get into this story, I just want to say this story only contains, this is basically a Captain America story / origin story, sort of, for the Ultimate Universe. So yeah, and then there's a little bit of Iron Man at the end. Well, it's only Tony Stark, not Iron Man. So yeah, but let's get into it. The Ultimates. Stan Lee presents The North Atlantic, 1949. You know, I still can't believe the Germans would do something as evil as shoot down a plane filled with Camel cigarettes. These French fins will kill you. No, cigarettes just stain your teeth, Bucky. Whatever they've got down there on that island's gonna kill us. Hitler, Iron, you dollars or douche-mercs did not allied morale, Kowalski. Mr. Morale couldn't be any lower in here if my mother-in-law was on board. You asleep during that mission brief or what, newspaper boy? So basically, this is Bucky Barnes right here, which it will explain anyway. And he is the photographer for the army. So yeah, and he can also be a medic, as we'll see later. The Krauts are building a super weapon that could end the war in a matter of days. All that's standing between Jackboots and Madison Avenue is grunts like you and me. Also, all credit goes to Marvel for this comic, but this is from 2002, so yeah, should be no big deal for copyrights or anything. The only reason I'm reading this issue to you guys is because it's hard to explain stuff, but I will be explaining certain stuff in between stuff, and I won't read everything because I can't read everything, because some stuff's in German and stuff. But yeah, I won't read everything, but I will probably be reading the majority, and after I'm done recapping this, I will be reviewing it and going over all my thoughts, and also ranking the cover, the art, and the story for this issue on a scale of 1 to 10. The closest thing they have to the plan is throwing as many of us at the secret base as they can find in the fake hopes that somebody breaks it. Exactly which part of that scenario sounds like our morale should be anything higher than freezing point, moron? How about the fact that we got a secret weapon of our own up here, wise guy? What, Captain America? Just some clown in a circus costume and calling him a super soldier might be a hit with the recruitment people, but what age do you think we are, Barnes? This ain't just another picture opportunity. You can fake to get this picture opportunity. You can fake to get 18-year-olds boys excited about joining up. This bomb they're working on could flatten cities in seconds. And that star-spangled phony they pay you to hawk around's just gonna die down here like the rest of us, fella. Bucky, would you do me a favor and assure these fine gentlemen that I have never lost a crew in 3 years of these covert operations? In fact, just to hammer home the point, you're all invited to my impending nuptials in 6 months' time. 1 minute to drop some, boys. I hate to say it, but your friend in the flag's just as crazy as you are, hotshot. How's he gonna help us on the ground when he ain't even wearing a parachute? Don't you read the papers, pal? Captain America practically never wears a parachute. He says parachutes are for girls. Iceland, 600 hours. This book, I just want to say, has some pretty nice art. It's not the best art I've seen. It's not the worst, of course, either, but yeah, I will say that it's not going to rank as high as the art in Punisher #1 did, probably. Which, Punisher #1, just to compare, got an 8 out of 10. Yeah, it probably won't rank that high, just going to say. Neither would probably the story, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Continuing on, sorry to interrupt. Oh, and a nice spread page here. There we go. Now, this is one of the best pages of the book, in my opinion. I love the spread in this book. By the way, I don't know if you guys, I didn't show you guys this, but I got this book for $2. The Ultimates #1 from the original Ultimate series for $2. That was cool. This is kind of a key issue. Medic! Take it easy, I'm on my way. What do you think you're doing, Barnes? Get off me, you lunatic. It's a bandage I need, not a picture, sorry. Will you shut up and keep still? Me and Cap have been on enough of these missions to know how to treat a bullet wound, Kowalski. Ow! Okay, I'm sorry. So what happened to your living legend, huh, soldier? Shouldn't this have been a walk in the park for the patron saint of Omaha Beach and backbone of the Battle of Normandy? You're an idiot, you know that, Kowalski? No, the idiots are the people who believe that Captain America garbage you print. I believe that Captain America garbage you print in your newspapers, Barnes. Sorry, I can't read properly, apparently. You print newspapers. I'm not used to reading out loud, so I'm sorry. I mean, where's the super soldier when we're all getting shot to pieces, huh? Having a beer with Uncle Sam, chasing skirt with the Easter Bunny? No, just circling the plane so we can get us a clear path through all these frickin' Nazis, I guess. What? Cap, this is Betty Boop. What in God's name are you doing, soldier? This was not the plan. I repeat, this was not the plan. Over. Unfortunately, the plane had a hole the size of Iowa, Birdman, but the variables didn't hit me until drop time -30. This rocket they're buildings aimed straight for the White House. We're not getting a second chance at this. Over. Cap, for God's sake, this isn't gonna work. The north face of the base is absolutely impregnable. Over. No such animal, Birdman. Captain America over and out. How'd you say you know this guy again, Bucky? Believe it or not, I used to save him from getting his butt kicked 3 times a week on our way home from St. Mary's Youth Club. There's some German. Oh mein Gott. What is this? Eric! Lucky for us, he's kind of filled out a little since then. What are you waiting for, ladies? Christmas? What are you waiting for, ladies? Christmas? Another nice... It's not really a spread over 2 pages. It's about a nice full page. Here. Nice full page spread here, I guess. That's what I'll say. Luckily, this issue has less frequent, amounts of dialogue, so that's nice. You're a little too quiet back there, Bucky. Talk to me, pal. Those lousy jokes of yours are the only way I can tell you're still alive when we're doing this stuff. Oh my god, this is impossible. What? How can the Germans be this far ahead of us, Cap? Even if Oppenheimer gets a result in Los Alamos next month, we're never going to be able to match this. Where did they lay their hands on the Flash Gordon tech? You wouldn't believe me if I told you, chum. Let's just say that there's more sides fighting in this war than anyone will ever know. That's not helpful. Was Machen was okay? Some more German. So sorry, I'm not gonna try to say that. Bucky, if you want a picture for the morning paper, it's not going to get much better than this. You're too late, Captain. The missile has already been launched. Well, who do you think shall command the Allied forces once Washington has been wiped from the map, eh? Comrade Stalin, perhaps? That fat little Englishman with the face like a bulldog's rear end? Sorry, Fritz, but I didn't go through 6 months of steroids and surgery so my 15-year-old brother could take a crash course in German. So I don't know if I guess that's how he's as strong as he is through steroids and surgery, not through a super soldier serum, but I'm pretty sure he did take a super soldier serum or something of some kind, because that's how the Hulk, it turns into the Hulk in this universe, is through a failed super soldier serum, so yeah. I'm not sure. This rocket stain in his bed. And it's bad. Oh, more German. Oh mein Gott. Huh? What are they doing? Giving up? Are you kidding? As far as the Krots are concerned, that the mission accomplished, fella. I'm just trying to get Cap on the two-way to see where we should go from here. So the Germans basically, once they launch their missile, they're good. Sorry, Bucky, you'll have to shout louder. I can't hear a blast of fin over these rocket engines. Cap, for the love of God. Well, what did you expect me to do? Take 5 and light up? Steve, this is insane. What are you hoping for? Even you can't disable a prototype hydrogen bomb. No, but I might be carrying enough explosives to sabotage the rocket's internal guidance system. That intel from strategic reckon the propulsion jets are only using the first 1,500 miles of the journey. If I can disrupt them now, I might still be able to knock this thing completely off course. But what about you? What about me? Steve, don't be an idiot. So Cap pulls the trigger on his grenade. The hydrogen bomb explodes, and Steve falls into the water below. My darling Gail. Gail was his lover, who he's supposed to get married to in 6 months, by the way, which was in the picture earlier. So there she is again, right there. I can't imagine what's going on in your head right now, but just the fact that you're reading this means something bad has happened, and for that I am sorry. Sorry for saying you were wrong, sorry for going to war, sorry for dying and leaving you alone like this. All I ever wanted was for us to get married and have kids and buy that little house with the cherry blossom trees on Cedar Street. It breaks my heart to think that you and I might get cheated out of all the tiny joys other people take for granted. But even if we are separated for a little while, we've got to remember that God is good, and even the most terrible things happen for the best of reasons, sweetheart. So obviously Captain America's religious over here. Heaven and hell couldn't keep us apart, Gail Richards. I know in my heart that no matter what the future holds, you and I will be together again one day. Always and forever, Steve. So there goes Captain America. But no. Another nice spread page here. Mount Everest, 2002. This book came out in February 2002, which was not long after the 9/11 crisis. So I just want to say, and actually on the back of this book, there's a 9/11 little memorial thingy there. You know, this has to be just about my favorite place in the world, Happy. No meetings, no cell phones, no contracts being poured over by snake-eyed little lawyers. So we got Happy Hogan here with Tony Stark. Stark International might be the third biggest company in America, but staying up here just kind of puts everything back in perspective again, don't you think? Sounds to me like we're gonna have to drag you back to the office, Mr. Stark. Quite the reverse, actually. Nothing gets me more focused on the next stage of the plan than the 6-week fast on Everest. When we get back to camp, I want you to contact Jarvis and tell him to cut short that little Moroccan adventure he's been paying for with the stolen petty cash. Tell him I'll be staying at the Park Avenue address for the next 12 months and he needs to talk to someone at Christie's about replenishing the wine cellar. This coming Monday begins a brand new chapter in our lives, boys and girls. Board meeting in Manhattan at 9:15 prompt. To be continued. So that is the end of the Ultimates issue number 1. But now I'm going to go over and give you my thoughts and review this issue. Maybe give you some ups and downs. Ups. Okay, I'm going to do downs first, actually. Downs, this was basically a Captain America story. There was basically no other characters in. I mean, we saw some Bucky, but this was before Bucky became the Winter Soldier, so I doubt Bucky really has a big role at all in the Ultimates, and he's probably dead. Just saying. Probably. So there's that. So we did see Tony Stark, but nothing really happened there. I mean, it was a pretty decent cliffhanger. I do want to pick up the Ultimates issue number 2. I want to pick up the whole series of the Ultimates. Well, I'll see how that goes. But it was still kind of like you could have at least shown him like maybe suiting up in the Iron Man armor at the end or something, or it even showed us another extra character, like gave us the Avengers free, maybe shown us Ultimate 4, so we see Captain America, Iron Man, and 4 in the first issue or something. But I'm trying to figure if there's any other downs. It just didn't feel. I don't know. It did. Something about the story. It just didn't really feel all that important. I mean, sure, in terms of like the time period, it was important, and all the war events, but it felt like didn't really. I don't know. It didn't really, in Cap's death or whatever happened there, it doesn't feel important because we know he's just gonna come back. But anyway, moving on to the ups. This was a really good Captain America story for being down against the fact that it was just about mostly Captain America. It was a really good Captain America story. I will say that. So there's that. It was a really good story, but I was just kind of disappointed because it's called The Ultimates that there wasn't more members of the Ultimates in this issue. But saying that, this was a good origin / backstory for the Ultimate Captain America. So that was nice. Who was Steve Rogers also. So that was good. What else was good? The promise of Tony Stark in the Ultimate Universe, and how just from that page seems like it'd be pretty good. And I have seen Tony Stark, Ultimate Tony Stark, and a few other fans before. Oh, this issue's called Superhuman, by the way. And yeah, just nice. Okay, so I'm going to rank some stuff now. First off, I'm going to rank this wrap cover. I'm going to do the cover first. This cover is going to get a solid 8. And it's not even that great a cover. But the reason why it gets that high a rating, because it does show all the characters we're going to be seeing in this series. But no, screw that. I'm putting it down a notch. It's getting a 7.5. Sorry, that's still a solid 7.5 though, but that's part of the misleading thing too. Is it shows all these characters and we don't see any of them in this issue basically, besides Captain America and Tony Stark, not even in the Iron Man costume. So the Iron Man armor. So yeah, I mean, it shows us what we're gonna be seeing and who we're gonna be seeing. So that's nice. And it is a pretty decent cover. The art's all right. Now for the art and the interior. What did I gave the art? I gave the art of Punisher an 8. I'm not gonna be too mean. I don't know. This art is pretty good, and I don't know if it's better or worse. I think it's a bit worse than Punisher maybe on some aspects. Like the spread pages are beautiful, and the best part in terms of the art's probably about. And a lot of these panels are really good, but there's some pages where I just don't like the art as much. So for that, I'm gonna give it a notch less than I did for Punisher, which Punisher got an 8 out of 10, and I'm going to give this issue, the Ultimates number 1, is going to get a 7.5 out of 10, so both the cover and the interior have gotten a 7.5 out of 10, so everything's equal so far, But for the story, I'm gonna have to kind of be a little harsh and say, since I gave Punisher #1 a 7 out of 10, I can't knock this down one notch and give it a 6.5, which is what I was gonna originally do for the story. Actually, no. No. Screw it. I am gonna give it a 6. I was gonna be harsh and give it a 6 out of 10, but I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10 because it wasn't that bad to where I think it deserves fully a 6, but it wasn't like great to where it deserves more than a 6.5. So it's one notch less than the Punisher. But the reason I gave Punisher such a low mark, Punisher #1, is because that was probably the worst issue of the first arc because it gets much better. But it's not that the story was bad. In comparison, this almost might deserve a 6, but it feels too harsh to give this a 6 out of 10, so yeah. But yes, anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, by the way, again, this was pre-recorded on Sunday, and this will be tomorrow, Monday's video. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and even share if you'd like to. Check out my Twitter, RJEPGamer, RJEPIC1, because why not? I'm also planning today, I might not be able to write this instant, but at some point today, maybe even tonight, depending, I should be pre-recording Tuesday's video also, which is the Uncanny, recap and review video for the Uncanny Avengers issue #1, so just stay tuned for that also. But yes, anyway guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all later, and this was 12 Days of Comics Day 2, excuse me, and peace out.